What's going on, people? It's Stilljune with 1203 TV, and right now we are outside of Studio 3807, and we're about to interview my man, Jaybirdsart. So let's get this thing started. What's going on, people? This is Stilljune with 1203 TV, and you're watching Sight Views. Right now, we're sitting inside of Jaybirdsart studio, and I'm sitting with the man himself, Jaybirdsart. Welcome to the show, man. How you feeling?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
No doubt. Thanks for coming, man. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing started off. So why don't you tell the people who you are?
I'm Jay. Welcome to my studio. This is where all the magic happens.
Okay. You grew up in the DC area. Tell them a little bit more. He's like, I'm Jay. Tell them a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm a native Washingtonian, born and raised in DC. I went to Duke Ellington High School. I've been doing art for like forever. I just finally decided, make it an official business,
All right. So you, earlier you were saying you started in 2015. You've been doing it for a long time, but what is it about 2015 that made that the year?
Well, 2015, I decided that I'm gonna go ahead and make the business official LLC. I'm gonna get my first studio space. This is actually my second studio space.
Okay.
I got my first studio space, and I started my website. Okay. I did all those in 2015, so I went totally legit, and so I started, actually by doing that, I started getting even more business, surprisingly.
That's much love right there, so that's good. So why don't you tell people what kind of work can you be commissioned to do?
Well, I do, I'm a freelance visual artist. I do a lot of custom stuff, one-of-ones. I paint murals, interior, exterior. I do custom clothes, paintings. I do canvas paintings, custom painted shoes. Pretty much if you're looking for something unique, something different, a one-of-one, I may be the artist you're looking for.
All right, no doubt. So I know you do that work for other people, but I mean, you right here, you got the blue period going on. Why don't you explain to the people a little bit about that, your work for yourself?
Okay, well, I decided to do a series of paintings for myself since most of my work is commissioned. So I started my blue period series. For a little art history background, Picasso actually did his first blue period series during the periods of 1901 and 1903, or 1904, when he was going through a bit of depression, so he only painted in shades of blues and greens. So I wanted to do my own blue period series. Not that I was going through anything, but I wanted to relate in a similar style that my blue period series is iconic figures throughout history with an interesting story. So that's how I came up with the idea for mine.
Any one of those might be like your favorite? I mean, you got Michael Jackson, you got Marilyn Monroe, like anyone you want to touch on specifically?
Well, every time I do one, it becomes my favorite. Okay. But right now, I'm gonna go with the Tupac for now. Okay,
why Tupac?
Well, Tupac, just for the simple fact that, he died at age 25 in 1996. So 23 years later, he's still relevant. And so all these iconic figures throughout history, they're still relevant, but Tupac, the things that he is embracing, a lot of people saw him as different things. Some say he was gang related, some say he was a thug, some say he was an activist. Everything that he stood up for, or all his different types of music, yes, he encompassed all of those things.
Definitely.
And so I decided to add him to the collection, and I got one of his quotes on the painting.
Okay. Tell the people about the quote you picked.
Well, I know Tupac has a lot of music, a lot of lyrics, a lot of quotes, but I went with the quote, I'm not saying that I'm gonna change the world, but I guarantee I will spark the brain that would change the world. Because I believe Tupac felt, in spite of his superstar status, that he knew something greater than him could come. So maybe it wasn't about him being the best at anything or actually changing the world, but influence a generation that will come after him. And 20 plus years later, he's still relevant and he's still inspiring others. So actually he did do what he said he was going to do.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Tupac, very inspirational, man. You had your blue period, you had work that you do for other people. I think that event that you do is a very good cause. Would you like to touch on that?
Well, I support many causes for many people, but my own personal cause that I support is breast cancer awareness research. And Well, actually I have 5 sisters, you know, mother, aunt, so it's a lot of women in my family. So I thought that was a worthy cause. So I came up with this idea, Paint It Pink for the cure. Since I'm an artist, I paint. So I was using that to bring awareness, to bring conversation to a worthy cause. And it started out painting bras, where I have women come in and they make a small donation to breast cancer awareness research, and they would custom paint bras or have me custom paint them for a donation, and they would, you know, have conversation, talk about their illnesses, and then it grew from there. So I did that for a couple of years, and the events, they tend to grow every year. So I may be doing that again, you know, next fall.
I got you. So any advice that you would give to like a young artist trying to come up, get their start, get their name out there?
Oh, most definitely. For upcoming artists, I would say most of all, you know, believe in yourself, study your craft, you know, master your basics, but don't wait for anyone to discover you. You know, make your own lane and get out there and do your own thing. And this new age of social media and this platform that we have, you can become the artist that you want to be in the future right now. You can display your own work, you can have your own virtual art show every day of your life, and you can get customers and reach a clientele of people that you would never reach on any other platform. So this is most definitely the time to do that.
That's probably good advice for anybody, so I appreciate that. Just to close it out, you know, tell the people where they can find you.
Okay, you can find me on all the social media platforms. You can find me on the internet at Jaybirdsart.com. That's my website. You can find me on Instagram at Jaybirdsart, Facebook at Jaybirdsart, and even Twitter on the same thing at Jaybirdsart.
Okay. What about your actual studio? Where is that?
My physical studio location, it's in the building of Studio 3807, and that's located at 3807 Rhode Island Avenue, Brentwood, Maryland.
All right, so y'all have it. Y'all know where to find him. Y'all know what he does, man. Appreciate you coming through the Site Views.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate you.
Definitely, man. This is Stilljune, 1203 TV, and that was Site Views. We out.
Where I'm from, mumbo sauce be on the wings that we eat. Where I'm from, in the go-go, you can watch us beat our feet. Where I'm from, every color phones, watch out how we rock 'em. Where I'm from, leggings with the Uggs, all the shorties got 'em. Where I'm from.